Welcome back to a special Halloween version of our weekly program where we bring you the top NHL news from the week. My name is Sean Snipacelli, and with me, as always, is the inexplicable fan favorite, Doug DeGolhorn. Say hello to the folks at home, Doug.
Halloween's my favorite holiday.
I can see that, Doug.
I like the candy and the naughty costumes.
Staples of the holiday.
And if they don't give you candy, you're legally allowed to trick that house.
Another staple. What's your favorite trick?
Arson.
A classic, Doug. And for our first story of the night, Ottawa Senators forward Shane Pinto has been suspended 41 games for gambling. Pinto, as of this time, still does not have a contract, but it does appear the games that he is missing will count towards that suspension.
Well, what did he do?
Well, that's the thing, Doug. No one really knows. Due to confidentiality agreements in the plea bargain, there's no information readily available to tell us what he actually did wrong. But there is a theory that seems to be gaining some traction that it has something to do with a third party gaining access to the winger's account.
Wow. Sounds not that serious.
Right you are, Doug. And to take it a step further, there are reports that Gary Bettman, the NHL's commissioner, met with Shane Pinto, warning him about the severe punishments coming his way, all the while rubbing hundreds of thousands of dollars against his nipples. Nipples that at this time have DraftKings logos tattooed directly on them.
Man, that guy really likes money.
It's the only thing on this planet that likes him back. And now we move to more immediate hockey news, as Big Jumbo Joe Thornton has announced his retirement from the NHL.
Damn, that guy was still in the league? Sort of.
The number one overall pick in the 1997 draft, Jumbo Joe Thornton played 23 seasons with the Boston Bruins, the San Jose Sharks, the Florida Panthers, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Here is his retirement announcement in his own words.
Hey, judging how many people keep asking me, I guess I have to tell you, I'm officially retiring from the NHL. Thought you guys would have figured it out sooner, but you kept asking. So here I am, retiring. I have so much love for the game of hockey and for countless number of people that helped this kid's dream become a reality. And if you're looking for me, you know where to find me. I'll be at the rink. Peace and love.
That dude just smoked a pound of lettuce. Nah, I think that's just Jumbo Joe. Or, yeah, that's Jumbo Joe. What a legend.
Yeah. I'll always remember him as one hell of a shark. I wonder how they're doing.
Not great, Doug. In fact, the San Jose Sharks have lost all 9 games to start the season, going a paltry 0-8-1, and seem primed to take a run at the NHL's longest losing streak to start a season, owned by the 2017 Arizona Coyotes and the 1943 New York Rangers at 11 games lost to start a season. That's right, the Sharks only need 3 more losses to break an all-time record in the NHL that no one wants to own.
I say they do it.
You'd certainly be confident. The San Jose Sharks are averaging 1 goal scored per game. 1? That's right, Doug. They have allowed a whopping 35 goals in those 9 games, making them the 3rd worst defensive team in the NHL. And they have scored only 9 goals all season through 9 games, making them by far the worst offensive team in the NHL.
That's butt cheeks.
Indeed, Doug. And it makes you wonder just how bad this team really can be.
Ryan Reynolds and the Green Lantern bad?
Maybe.
ESPN's coverage of the NHL bad?
Seems a little far-fetched.
Sean Snipacelli trying to get a woman off bad?
And that's enough of that. In our next segment, we talk about the Heritage Classic that happened Sunday night, pitting 2 underwhelming teams against each other. The Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames played each other on an outdoor rink, a game affectionately referred to as the Battle of Alberta. Not much of a battle, is it these days, Doug?
More like 2 frat recruits trying to have a sword fight with undersized machinery, you know what I'm saying?
Right you are, Doug. The 2 teams flailed about beautifully on a frigid Sunday night, ending in a 5-2 win for the Oilers. The Oilers are hoping this kickstarts an energetic stretch to make up some much-needed points in the standings. Meanwhile, Calgary and the Flames fans are left gasping for answers on a season that seemed to have so much promise.
Good thing Calgary is known for its patience.
If only, Doug. The loss on Sunday was actually following a brutal beatdown to the lowly Blues, who beat the Calgary Flames 3-0 in front of their home crowd. The home fans rained down boos upon the Flames players as they exited the ice, knowing that that loss had pushed the team to 30th in the league standings.
31st with the loss to the Oilers. Yikes.
Yikes indeed, Doug. Elias Lindholm after that game had some comments about the fans booing them as they left.
But I understand them. I would have booed too if I saw the way we played.
Jeez, if even the players are agreeing with the booing fans, you'd think they'd have a little more effort. Only there was a guy whose job it was to oversee all the players and hold them accountable for their effort.
You mean like a coach?
Yeah, but like a good one.
It's a tough thing to hold on to. Well, it's a tough thing to find. A surprising trio leads the NHL's Stars of the Week this week. Tyler Toffoli, Jonas Johansson, and Ryan Hartman get the honor, as each had exceptional performances throughout the week. Toffoli, 6 goals and 7 points in 4 appearances. Jonas Johansson had 2 starts, but 2 shutouts to go along with them over the Carolina Hurricanes and the San Jose Sharks. And Ryan Hartman had 5 goals, 2 assists for 7 points in 4 appearances. Not the usual names, are they, Doug?
For sure. It's nice to see these guys pop off, especially Toffoli having another fast start with the Flames.
Toffoli actually plays for the Devils now.
Oh, well, good for him. Also nice to see Johansson finally getting some tread with the Sabres.
Nope.
Oh, right, the Avs.
Nuh-uh.
Panthers?
No, think washed up.
He's on the Lightning?
Right you are, Doug. And to end our program this week, we look at a bit of concerning data, as now 44% of the teams in the league are reliant on the long-term injured reserve just to stay cap compliant. Why do you think that is, Doug?
Can you say that again, but slower and in a completely different way?
Teams need injured players to follow the rules.
What?
Right. So, the NHL is a hard cap league, meaning there's a finite amount of money you're able to spend on players who actually play on the ice. The LTIR, or long-term injured reserve, is a tool used to make sure that if you lost a player to an injury, you can still ice a team that's worth a certain value of money. Now, the way this works isn't actually removing that player's cap hit from the hard cap. It's actually taking that injured player's cap and expanding upon the amount of salary they're able to use. So instead of it being minus, it's plus. Now, teams have found a way to manipulate this and have created positions for themselves where they'll take players who are injured for a long term and maybe gain them back once the playoffs start, whereas the playoffs don't have a hard cap for the amount of money that they can spend. That has led to a lot of fans believing that there is an unfair advantage to those utilizing it, and that there may be backdoor deals happening to make sure that they can fit as much talent on a roster without having to pay penalties or flat out forfeit games because they can't fit them under the cap.
Thanks again to those of you who have joined the YouTube membership program, and a special thank you to our top line tier members, Justin Barnard, Nick Zatrullo, and Pincent, and of course a huge thank you to our all-star tier members, Doots42, Jeremy, A Tasty Snack, The Only Newts, DeKingery, Jonathan Harvey, and of course the Spoked Brown Tiger. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the support. You are all studs, and as usual, go Bees.